What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another anime review. This one's going to be on Rewrite's second episode, or episode 15, whatever you guys want to call it. A lot of PMs about, hey, it's episode 2, not episode 14. Well, if you look in the translated subs, it says episode 14. Well, you can call it whatever you want, but this is the second season. It's not like an entirely different thing or whatever the naming conventions. But anyways, I'm going to give my thoughts on this episode, and this episode is basically going to be the prelude to what's probably going to end in the next episode, and we're going on to the final route of the visual novel, which is going to be Terra. Now, Moon is a very short route. It's very linear. I don't think there are any choices from the visual novel that I remember, and it's a pretty straightforward thing. They went over a lot of the important details, like how like Kotaro rewriting his mind and searching for the theory of life, him interacting with the tree. I don't remember that in the visual novel. Maybe they added that in on the enhanced version of the visual novel, and we got a pretty cool insert song from one of the instrumental from one of the instrumental OSTs in the show in the game. I don't believe I've heard that arrangement, or it might have appeared somewhere else in the visual novel that I don't remember, or it was a part of the Rewrite Plus visual novel, which is basically a re-enhanced version of the original Rewrite visual novel. Now, this episode is bringing up the fact of how Kotaro basically, starts to want to protect Kagari, and basically finds the reason why he was sent there to that world in the first place was to protect her from Sakura Kashima, from the first season, like barely any amount of screen time. But in the world of Rewrite, she's a very important figure in of Gaia, of course, and she plays a lot of backroom dealing stuff. And I think in the Harvest Festa with like the additional side routes or routes, or you want to call them, let's just call them routes, and it's very interesting to see. Oh, I guess how they're handling the situations animated. Now, of course, animation is. I'll have to say, like, if I was gonna talk about the quality, it's pretty decent. I would say, and the new lead artist for season 2 is doing a bang up job of having it be a bit more consistent. And I would have to say that the music goes well with the scenes, from the visual novel and all that, fits the tone of what's going on. And this is basically, as I said before, a big setup. We got Kotaro summoning everyone back, Yoshino's gang, and all the other girls in order to help him protect Kagari against Sakura Kishima's monsters. I don't know why they translated monsters as familiars, because that's essentially what there are. Maybe the subbers just didn't want to type in familiar and just put in monsters because it's shorter or something. I don't know. But this is obviously third episode's obviously probably going to be the finale of the Moon Route, Moon Route arc, whatever you want to call it. And we'll be going on to Terra. And this episode has some pretty mind trippy things of what Kotaro does. He rewrites his mind to be able to understand the theory, searches for the theory of life, finds a bunch of stuff. It's very mind trippy. I like the animation for how he was floating through and ascending towards higher planes of existence. And it was very interesting to see how he perceives things with rewriting. And he gains a bunch of special abilities that after rewriting his brain, being able to interfacing with the theory again. This time, instead of going on to higher planes of existence, he interfaces with the theory. He basically goes insane because Kagari isn't there, and he just accidentally touches it with both of his hands, and all this information goes onto him, and he accepts like what is life, and he goes completely berserk and insane, and Kagari has to headshot him with her ribbons, which made things a bit like, to see it animated was just mind blown for me. Like the way they portrayed it was that he turned into a friggin' monster, eyes glowing red, and the entire situation with the monsters, appearing was slightly, I would say not rushed, but the transitions were a bit weird. Maybe it's 8-bit being weird again, but some of the transitions felt a bit not coherent, a bit off. But I think they served their point to understand what was going on with the sort of little snippets, and since some of the little like cuts are obviously for during a commercial goes on and stuff. So who knows? Maybe the rewrite has to contend with some crazy commercials or something. But anyways, and then everyone summon all of that, and we get next episode is obviously going to be the last episode of the Moon Route, and so I'm really excited to see how they're going to handle it. And I've heard that they might use bits of pieces from Rewrite Plus, like the changing the ending, all that. I hope they really don't. Maybe they could alter it some way, but I don't know. But yeah, Kotaro basically acknowledges that he's sent there to protect Kagari, and that he regains all of his, I guess, his memories of those other lives. For him ending up with the other girls, but saying that the Earth is essentially still screwed, and that since Kagari is so close to finishing the theory to save Earth, that Sakura Kashima from one of the branches of the world is essentially going to attack. And so that's how the episode ends. So we're going to have a big fight next episode, hopefully. And that's about it for this review. What are your thoughts on the episode? Leave a comment down below, and just we're gonna talk about the episode in general. Also helps to leave a comment down to show support for the channel. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, share the video, and if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter. I usually do updates on the channel, talk about some stuff, anime, whatever triggers me, or some dumb stuff that happens on there. And all of you have a nice, fantastic day where you all are at, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. Ryamu out. See ya.